Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitch and Yeti here, and today we're going to dive in to a legend, a little lore here in the local community here in the Triad area about a apparition that haunts these very tunnels that we are visiting today here in Jamestown. So I want to give you a little bit of backstory as we walk a little bit closer to these tunnels and look at them, and hopefully while I'm here I don't see no apparitions or ghosts, because if we do, you're going to see a hitchhiking Yeti just how fast he can run. Like, I'm not one for ghosts, so but I do want to kind of document this, and I think it's a really cool story. If you go and you Google like most haunted places in North Carolina, most likely you will hear about a place called LYDIA'S Bridge. So let's get on with the story, and hopefully, normally right now I would say see what we can see, but I just want us to see the structures. I don't want to actually see nothing else. So let's get on with this story. Bridge. It's kind of confusing to me because there are a couple different stories out there of Lydia and who it is and how it all happened, and I'm just going to kind of cover both of them with you, and that'll be that. I don't really know which one is the right way, but we're going to talk about both of them, both stories that are out there. I'm kind of leaning one direction, but I want to definitely give you both stories, and then we'll kind of just take it from there. So let's get started. So right here on East Main Street, they have this signage posted right here next to East Main Street, and this here is the overpass, and many people think this overpass bridge with all the graffiti on it is actually Lydia's Bridge, and I guess it kind of is, but that's not the original bridge where the accident happened and where all the legend really started. That would be up this pathway here, this walkway that they've built here in recent years. I just spoke to a local person that walks this path quite regularly for their exercise, and they was telling me that this is the original overpass where this Lydia person actually lost her life. This would be it. This is the original Lydia's Bridge. So now it's just a walkway. All right, here we are. We're walking inside of the bridge or the overpass area. I know a lot of the old photos I've seen of this place, it was just adorned with a lot of like graffiti on the walls, and I guess in the last year or so they've come back and painted it. Even down here on the ground is all painted up. You can still see a little bit of graffiti left over. Maybe whoever was painting here couldn't reach quite that high. Maybe they need a little bit taller ladder. But yeah, very cool in here. Nice little breeze blowing through. I don't know if that would be a haunted thing or not. It is calm today, but very awesome little overpass for people to exercise and stuff like that. Pretty cool. So, since we're here in the spot where somebody passed away back in 1920, I thought it'd be a good time to tell you some of the lore. There's a legend that goes with this, and there's multiple stories I kept reading online. I don't know which one is real or what, but kind of what it looks like to me is both of them has a car, a crash, and a lady died. I'm going to tell you the first one was like, it was a girl that went to a prom or some kind of school function, like a dance or something, and she ends up having a car crash with her boyfriend. She dies, and that's pretty much it. And then a few years after the wreck happened, a gentleman was driving through this area. He sees a girl dressed in white and flags him down, pulls over. She says, "Can you take me home?" He actually takes her home, and then once he gets her back to her address that she gave him, when he goes to get out of the car to go around to let her out of the car and maybe walk her to the door, is what they did back in those days, you know, she wasn't there. She just vanished. So he walks up to the front door, knocks on it, and he's going to ask, like, did she just get out of the car and I didn't see her or whatnot? I don't know what happened there. And this lady comes to the door, answers the door, and he describes the woman that he brought there, and she said, "Oh, that sounds like my daughter." you know, and he was like, oh, is she okay? And he's like, well, she died like in the past, like a year or so ago, she passed away, she died. So that was like the first kind of ghostly report shortly after her death. Within like 3 or 4 years after her death, that was like the first time a report came out. And then since then, over the years, not recent, but maybe like the 40s, 50s, and 60s, you know, people kept reporting seeing this ghostly apparition girl dressed in white right out here at the bridge, you know, asking for help. Some people would freak out when they would see her and just drive on, you know, because the way she looked. But wow, that was scary. That must be another train going over. And there goes the train. Man, when you're in that tunnel, that makes a lot of noise. I'm telling you, when that thing went over, man, my heart about skipped a beat. So that being said, it was a train that went over, so that's pretty cool. So I wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about the second story about Lydia. We went over the first one. It was a young girl and her prom date coming back home from the dance. They end up wrecking, she dies, and she haunts them. She started haunting the area. There's yet another story where two researchers, they think that they found some like an old newspaper clipping from, I think, the Greensboro Patriot. Must have been like a newspaper or something from June 21st, 1920, I think is the date. And supposedly there was a car crash not too far from this area. I think it was 4 people, and the car ended up, and it was wet conditions, the car ended up like going out of control, flipping upside down, flinging a lady by the name of Annie L. Jackson out of the car, and she ended up dying from head injuries. So when you go to findagrave.com and you look up that name of Annie, her name was Annie Lydia Jackson, and maybe that's where the Lydia comes from, right? That's what they're thinking anyway. They think this is pretty much the person that haunts this spot is Annie Lydia Jackson. So everything else is the same. The apparition, the white dress, her, you know, roadside asking for help, flagging people down. It doesn't matter which story I just told you. The end game is there's a woman in a white dress that haunts these overpasses right here. And supposedly it was because she lost her life very close by in such a tragic way. So even though these day and time, I don't really think people claim to have seen her as much. Maybe, I mean, it's been over 100 years, so after 100 years of haunting, maybe now her soul's finally at peace and at rest, and she's just moved on to the other side, and you know, she's at peace. So that's what's important. And I'm glad, because I definitely don't want to see no person, apparition, especially in a white ghostly gown, you know, floating around, waving me down and stuff, asking for help. Man, I'd probably have a heart attack or something. You probably wouldn't be seeing the Hitchhiking Yeti no more. I tell you that right now, because I would be booking. I'd be running away like quickly. And when I got to wherever I was going, I was like, listen, there's somebody needs your help that way. You go help her out. Her feet wasn't even touching the ground, but you go help her out, and I'll stay here. If you need my help, you just holler and I'll go get you some help. So that's the way that is. All right, friends, I guess that is it for today. I know the video is a little bit short, but I just wanted to come by here and just document this. I just thought it would be kind of fun as we move closer to Halloween to have a little ghost story out there that you can share with people, or maybe you know about it, and put something in the comments section down below. There's a lot of different stories out there and little folklore about this, and I'd like to hear from you and hear what you think about it. And maybe you live in this area and you know a lot more than I do about it, because I don't know much. I just done a little bit of research, and I just wanted to come here and see it and witness it with my own eyes, and that's what I did today. So that being said, friends, I'm all done. I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. All you guys and gals out there, please stay safe. See you soon. So I walk up close to the bridge. Holy crap. It's a ghost. I see a woman in the white dress. No, that ain't no white dress. That's just a Chick-fil-A bag. Somebody littering. They try to fool me. Look at that. What's the odds? I don't believe in littering. We're going to clean up this bridge. Make sure Lydia don't come back. She might not like it if people are out here just throwing their garbage all over the side of the road. Y'all can thank me later.